to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. And Raider fans have been clamoring to get this one started all week. In this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Florida International Panthers taking on a team looking for its first win, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Panthers offense will start this game off. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They go to the ground. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. The Panthers moving quickly to the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Off the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, FIU. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Blue Raiders offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
On second down, he'll fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Second down coming up. Pulls and fires complete. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Comes out throwing on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
Yeah, and you could see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The option look. He'll toss it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
The run from the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. FIU pushing tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Moving away from pressure. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Quarterback on the keeper. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Fires on the move. Got his man. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Now on the option. Now the toss. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. Pressure coming. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. He's going to pass on second down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And the extra point is good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Off play action. Going deep. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Touchdown, Florida International. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. How about that blocking up front and that running game? And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. This pass rush has just been relentless. You can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. On the move, he fires. And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Panthers. What a great play by the defense of paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas State has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Duke. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that pass is caught at the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Right back to the well. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. FIU pushing tempo. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that pass picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Makes the grab. It's Evans. Oh, what a cut! That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now from inside the red zone. Floating away. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He wants to throw here on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. FIU will line up the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get the first through the air. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll do it himself. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking to throw for it. They're trying to get to it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. FIU will line up the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The give to the tailback.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He makes a catch. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end of this defense.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, MTSU! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Murfreesboro than you do? A captivating game so far. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Floyd Stadium.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Evans. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. On the option. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. 1st and 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quick toss. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll operate out of split backs. On 2nd down, wants to throw. The quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A designed run for the quarterback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Washington. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Northwestern. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. And the Panthers want to pick up the tempo. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. They'll run play action. Keeps looking downfield. And they're able to make the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. With the catch, it's Smith. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a 1st down for FIU. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll keep it himself. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. FIU pushing tempo. After run, now throw. He's right on target. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lacey. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man on the right.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers.
First down for the offense.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Nice move to keep running. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wants to throw, it's Washington. They're setting up the screen. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quick release on the RPO. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Using the quick game. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll pull it on the read. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Panthers want to crank the tempo. Off play action on first down.
Ball carried by the quarterback. Loss of 4. Brings up second down.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Pulls it in inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Number 26.
He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away.
Set to kick it off.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps his drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Offense gets set for second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Back to the air one more time. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Here comes the offense on second down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Quarterback keeper. Tackle tackled after picking up the first down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. Wide out in motion. Goes to the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down on the option. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one splits the uprights. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the fourth quarter. They put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Going up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wide out. Got him downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. With the catch, it's Lions.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Pulls it in. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here's the handoff. At 35, he's open. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield, it's Washington. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. Well, right, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. First play of the first possession of OT. He'll start this drive firing. Touchdown, FIU. They strike first here in overtime.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score for International 38, Middle Tennessee.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Shoots it to the left. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And he makes the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. He wants to start this drive with a pass. If he houses this, it's ball game. Got room on the return. At the 30. He's at the 10. All the way back. He took it all the way. The pick six and the walk-off win. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.